Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my current summer everyday makeup routine. I love how glowy and bronzy it is and very natural looking too. Also, side note, yes, I'm in my salon suite. I forgot to film an intro and outro to the actual video, so yeah, I'm actually doing this intro and outro a couple days later, but it's okay. I'm also getting to show you guys my blowout look that I created with rollers, and I actually filmed a tutorial for that too, so I'm super excited to get that all edited and uploaded for you guys. But yeah, without further ado, if you are interested in seeing how I created this makeup look that I do pretty much every day, then just go ahead and keep on watching. I have my face washed and nice and clean. I put on some aloe on my skin. I've been doing that for a couple months now, and I don't know if it's really doing anything. I feel like my skin feels more hydrated, especially in the summertime, and just being out in the sun so much more. So I'm gonna go in with my CereVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with Sunscreen, and I'm going to mix a little bit of the Hydrating Mineral Sunscreen with a sheer tint in it. And I actually like to use this as my foundation. If I feel like I need a little bit more coverage, I'll go in with a little bit of foundation. I just do kind of a pump and a half of the moisturizer and then a teeny tiny bit of the sheer tint, and I'll mix those together. I feel like this helps the sheer tint apply a little bit easier, and it doesn't make it so pigmented. It kind of dilutes it a little bit. So I'm just going to apply that with my fingers. I'll take it down my neck a little bit. So this is how the sheer tint looks. I really love how glowy it makes me look. It gives me just a little bit of a tint, a little bit of coverage without doing too much. So it's perfect if I'm just going out to the store really quick and I just need a little something something. So I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit of foundation today just to show you the full, shebang of my makeup look. So now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. MAKIAGE No Filter Poreless Base Smoothing Primer, and I'm just gonna take a pump and a half maybe of this, apply that in the center points of my face, mostly where you see the pores. So right here on my nose and my cheeks, my chin, and my forehead, and then I'll apply it on everything else with whatever I have left. And I feel like my skin instantly feels smoother. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of foundation, and I use the e.l.f. MAKIAGE Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation, and this is the shade 35. I actually just ordered a slightly darker shade because I am tanner, thank you to the beautiful sun, and I just need a little bit of this too because I already feel like my coverage looks really nice, and I don't like a lot of coverage anyway, especially for the summertime. So I take barely a pump, just enough to give me a little extra coverage, but I still like a sheer light coverage in the summertime, unless I'm going somewhere fancier or wanting just a heavier makeup look for some reason. But for just every day, for work, I like a sheer coverage. So I am applying this with a brush, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but a little bit goes a long way. I just used a pump. So now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of color corrector and concealer. This is the e.l.f. Camo color corrector. This is the green one, so it corrects redness. And I'm just gonna put that where I have a little bit of redness that needs just a tiny bit of color correction. I just use a teeny tiny bit. And then I'm gonna go in with this one. This is the peach color, and I like to use this where you can see like my bluish purple undertones for under my eyes. And again, just a teeny tiny bit. And then I will put it where I have my mustache, 5 o'clock shadow, and then also a little bit on my chin here where I get some facial hair. And then I take my e.l.f. MAKIAGE F Flawless concealer. I love this concealer. And I'm just going to put that right in between, like so. A little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. I like to apply it like this because then it'll highlight these areas while also mixing in with the color corrector. So I'm just gonna go in with my e.l.f. MAKIAGE brush and blend everything together. I tried doing the color corrector by itself and then the concealer on top of it, and I just realized like it's just easier for me to just do it all together like this, and it all blends so nicely. It color corrects, it highlights, it conceals, it does everything. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work for everybody, but it works for me and my skin, and so this is what I like to do. Bronzer has been tricky. I feel like in the summertime I do get more of a yellow olivey color, and so then I can feel like I can wear more gold. I feel like I can actually use a bronzer, whereas in the winter time I'm much more cool toned and I have to use a cooler contour. But I absolutely love that I've been more tan and glowy this summer and that I've been able to use bronzer. And this is the Maybelline City Bronzer and Contour Powder. I don't know if it has a number 300. So this is what it looks like. And then I just take a big blush brush like so, and I just go right on in with it. Dust off the excess. And I literally use it to just bronze up my skin. I first apply it in the areas where I want more of a shadow, more of a contour. And I don't know, I feel like it just blends so easily too. So if I feel like I get a lot on like this, I can just blend it out. And so I don't get too worried. I'll take it down my neck a little bit, brush it all over my nose and my eyelids, across my forehead, put a little bit under my jawline. And then I'll honestly just blend out whatever excess all over my face. So it just really gives me an overall bronzy look. And then if you feel like you need a little bit more blending, you can just go in with a clean powder brush. And then if you feel like you need a little bit more contour, you can take a contour brush. I'll take the same bronzer and just deepen those contour areas. Blend everything out. And then I'll take a small contour brush. I'll put a little bit under my lip. And then I'll contour my nose with this too. My eyeshadow brush, still using the bronzer, and I'm gonna put a little bit more on my eyelid. And then you can also take this and help blend out your nose contour a little bit if there's too much of a line. Then I'm gonna go back in with that small contour brush, take a little bit of the bronzer and put that under my eye. Eyeshadow is also known as eye contour, so it makes total sense actually to use your bronzer or your contour shade as your eyeshadow, because it's technically contouring your eyes as well. Perfect. And now we get to add some blush, and I've been loving using my Milani Bellini shimmery gold blush. Oh my goodness. So I take my bronzer brush, get a little bit of blush on there, and dust it right on the cheekbone. And it just adds such a beautiful glow. And then you see that pink shade at certain angles. So it almost highlights and blushes at the same time. I feel like it's perfect because my redness will show throughout the day. So I don't need a lot of blush. So that's why I love this one so much. And then I'll dust a little bit on my nose too. And I feel like it just melts so beautifully with the bronzer too. And then just almost dust it everywhere, just so everything melts and blends together. Before I go in with highlight, I'm going to do my brows. And I'm actually super low on my eyebrow pencil right now, so we are going to work with it as much as we can. But luckily I don't fill in my brows so heavily anymore. I've been kind of growing them out, especially the tail area. This eyebrow is perfect to me. It just needs a little bit of filling in the sparse areas. Okay, so I have been using for years, I don't even know what I used before this. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in Brunette. And I will first take this spoolie, comb out my brows. I'm going to just line the inside of my brow. I'm taking such a light hand too, because you don't need a lot. And I'll flick up just a little bit. Okay, already that looks perfect. And then I'm just gonna fill in the sparse areas. And then I'll line the tail. And now I'm gonna go backwards, flick upwards through the hair. And then take the spoolie, comb everything back out. And then you can define just a little bit more if you need it. And then we'll do a little bit on the top of the arch and the tail. And then we'll do that on this side as well. Now we can go in with a little bit of highlight. So this is the highlight I've been using. It's the Revolution Highlighter Reloaded, just my type. Beautiful. This highlight I feel like has been really nice for whenever I am cooler toned in the winter time or a little bit more glowy in the summertime. It works for both, and that makes me very happy. So I'll just put a little bit in my inner corners here, a little bit on my nose, Cupid's bow, brow bone, now I'm going to go in with mascara, and this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I believe I get the black brown. It doesn't show it anywhere here, but I love a black brown mascara because I feel like it's just a little bit more natural looking. I'll take an older mascara that has just like, it's pretty much just the brush. This one is the Covergirl Black Brown Mascara. I believe this is the Clean something mascara. You can see the label is completely rubbed off. And so it's pretty much just the brush. I keep it so that I can just kind of almost just spoolie my lower lashes, because I don't like too much product on my lower lashes. And then I'll take it on my brows too. Then I will go in with my powder brush and my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless powder. This one is number 110 Porcelain. I'll just take a little bit on my brush and dab it on those oilier areas. And a little bit under my eye. Sometimes I'll just go in with my lip balm. This is the Raw Sugar Natural Lip Balm, Raw Coconut and Mango. Truly, I don't know where I got this, but it's been years. And I just started using it again recently. It feels good. It's like one of the best lip balms I've ever used. Sometimes I'll use a little bit of gloss. This is the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade Champagne. This one I also feel like I can only use in the summertime when I'm more bronzy, because it's definitely more of a peachy shimmer. Whereas when I'm cooler toned, I go in with this one. This is the Soft Rose color, and this one doesn't have a shimmer at all, but it's just such a beautiful, look how close that matches my natural lip color. Beautiful. I love it. Should I do a little bit of a lip liner? Let's do that. Why not? Let's just go all out today. I'm gonna take my lip brush, and then I either take my brow liner, but since I'm low on that, I'm not gonna use that today. This is the Fenty Beauty Plush Matte Lipstick in the shade I Quit. And I've had this for like 6 years now. Look how much I still have left. Because I barely use it as an actual lipstick. I use it more so as a lip liner. I feel like it glides on so nicely too when I already have lip balm on my lips. Then I'll go in with the lip plumping gloss. All right, so I am nice and bronzy and glowy and shimmery, and I'm obsessed. This is it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already, and don't forget to turn on post notifications. Leave a comment down below telling me what kind of video you'd like to see next, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.